My name is John Dara. I'm a socio-political activist from Kwara State. I work for the integration of Nigerians to live in harmony. I work for the protection of the minorities and the weak people of the society to be empowered. This is my story.
I'm Honorable Joe Ediowole, a member of the House of Representatives representing Esan West, Esan Central, and Igweben Federal Constituency, Edo State. This is my story, and my story is survival. Working hard, getting committed, focus, set a goal, and a vision comes louder when the goal is called.
Today, on My Story, Mrs. Hailmary Aipo takes us through her upbringing, challenges, and how she rose through the ladder. Please stay tuned and be inspired.
My name is Mrs. Hailmary Aipo. I am from Edo State. I'm from Onwa West. And I grew up in Benin City, the Edo State capital. And I grew up in a very, very Christian home, but very poor home. And we were taught values when I was growing up, because my father and mother, they are very good Catholics, and that was our upbringing. Even though they were poor, they were able to inculcate values in us, and they wanted us to have self-discipline, and they wanted us to have character, great character. So those were the days of my growing up. They tutored us. We are 9 in the family, and I am the 5th child. And I grew up really in a convent school, primary, secondary school convent, and we were really taught to be disciplined children. And that gave me an edge, most especially to be hardworking in life, because we had to sell things to pay our fees. So myself and my siblings, we were able to do that to help our poor parents. When we are going to school, my elder sister will write it in our notebooks and say, you know, hard work will make you in life. And anytime we see that, it made us have sense of belonging to really be hardworking. And my younger school days, myself and my immediate elder brother had to work much harder to make my younger ones go to school. We first of all, in the morning, we go and sell things like plantain. We hawk for my parents. Then we leave the house maybe 6 a.m. in the morning, because we have restaurants in where we were staying, Saple Road in Benin. There are a lot of restaurants there. We take it there for them to buy. We rush back home to get ready for school, because we felt knowledge is power, and we must have this knowledge. But we must sell something to make it easy for our parents to enable to pay our fees. Though very little fees, but it was big in their eyes. So we must sell things to make us go to school. I was able to come this far because of the upbringing I had, because hard work will make you in life. And that hard work, I am still working now, making sure things are in place. I cannot even see that because of that zeal of my waking up 5 o'clock. Now things are very easy for me. I can sleep in my house and say, okay, let me sleep and take time to maybe 12 before I wake up and go. But I cannot, because I'm used to waking up early. So it's already inbuilt in me. So by 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I'm awake, just looking for something to do. I like to play with food. Maybe because of my upbringing, because I know my mom used to sell food. So it came into me. So I enjoy I enjoy cooking, and I read agriculture first. Then I went into the university. I read business admin, and I have my master's in business admin. So I like to play with food. So I decided to have a restaurant on my own, and I supply food to many organizations. So I'm into food. I'm a businesswoman. I do, when it comes to food, I enjoy cooking and I enjoy making people happy. Before I went into politics, I'm a politician and a mother. And motivation is God Almighty for giving me strength to do all this, and God's grace has led me to this level I am today. If I rewind, I want to be like, sometimes I just look at myself, oh, I wish I'm younger now. Many things I would have be a part of nation building to put things right in our government. At the age of 2023, I should have my PhD. At that age, I would have been in politics, so that I would be able to contribute my own quota in nation building. That's just the point. I am doing it now, but I feel, we should be able to mentor the younger generation now. That's the point. But if I were younger, I should be able to be in the end of affairs of this nation. So parents have very, very important role to play in the upbringing of a child. You see, some children, we have lacked it in Nigeria. Values. I talk about values because values, we were being taught about values when we were growing up. How to greet our parents. We won't see elderly people sitting down now. Then we are there. When our parents, maybe their friends, they are in the house, we leave that place. But children of these days, whether parents are there, they will stay there and they are making their own noise. We were taught values. We were taught character. We were taught great character, how to behave, how to carry yourself, and how to have dignity. The way we dress, the way we comport ourselves in public. Our parents were not schooled, but they were able to, when they talk to us with their eyes, we know what they mean by that. Maybe they have visitors in the sitting room and they don't want us. They just do their eye one kind, we understand, and we leave there immediately. But that has eluded our society now. Maybe because of we didn't have television we used to watch those days. We didn't have television, we didn't have anything. But we had values. We have great values. We have great character that speaks for us. But parents have to really, because education must be from the home. You don't leave it to government alone, because we all of us, we are the government.
Stay tuned and we will be right back.
Life is full of people who pursue ambition in a bid to make progress. They have experienced volumes, catalog of losses. ranging from loss of life to loss of joy, loss of family, loss of dignities. Fact, some sacrifice their health in a bid to obtain progress.
The government needs to put things in place for the parents or the children to have a better living. That's just it. But the bulk work is on the parents. The upbringing of the children. The children's development all depends on the parents. And if they have good upbringing, I tell you something. I just told you about my own. No matter their peer group or peer pressure, they will know that no. This is not how I was brought up. They won't go that way. But when that discipline is not there, they are meeting their house help is bringing them up. There is no parents teaching them on character. When they grow up, anybody can be their friend, and that will teach them things that the parents won't want to know. And when they know it, you see later the parents will now be crying, oh, I miss it when I was young, I didn't bring up these children. I am here now, my parents are not here with me. They are very old, but I know what is right for me and I know what is wrong for me. When I was growing up, I stayed with an auntie of mine. And my auntie brought me up 4 a.m. She wakes me up and said, you must bake 200 cakes. This cupcake, small cake. 2 to 500 cakes before you go to school. I wake up early. I do the mixture. I put the cake in the oven. She's sleeping, with her children. I thought it was punishment on me, but it has paid off for me also, because I've already had that background on hard work. So when she was putting me through that, sometimes some people will say, you are just doing like house girl. Why don't you run to your parents' place? Sometimes, human beings now, I will run to my father will carry me in his bike and take me back to that my auntie and say, if you don't suffer, you will not learn in life. Today, the children of my auntie, the Ajebotas, they come to beg me for money. They come to beg me for things. Their parents are late now because they did not learn it. But I thought then it was punishment. But it wasn't punishment. They were teaching me. I was paying the price to be great in life. And it has paid off. And I can put things in place. And I can bake cake. And I can cook different type of food. And that is what I am doing now. That is giving me food. Putting food on my table. But those children, they never learned all those things. And it's their parents. They were doing ajebota. They sees me as if she's our house help. But we were first cousins. But today, they will tell me, if we knew until you have learned all these things from our momsy, and look at how you are making it in life. It's the price. You have to pay the price to be great in life. That is my story.
My name is Dame Julia Kadonli. I'm the Director General of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP. I just want to advise the Nigerian youths to believe in Nigeria and to believe in themselves. Nigeria first. If you believe in yourself and you believe in Nigeria, the sky is your limit. No one will traffic you. No one will deceive you. No one will, make you think that anything outside Nigeria is the best. There's no place like home. With hard work, focus, you can make it to the top. You definitely can make it to the top. I am a product of passion, hard work, focus. And this is my story.
When I came out from school, I got a job in FCDA. I told you I read agriculture. Before going into, I read business admin. And I looked at the salary they were paying me. I said, what? But I have learned all these things. And I didn't go to catering school. But I like to cook. Even when people come to our houses, they used to tell me, my father's house, my mother's house, my sister, I was living with my sister. They used to tell me, you have talent too. The way I will set the food down, the way I will organize the food, people will say, you have talent. So when I came, my husband encouraged me. I said, look, like you said now, I said, don't you think you have talent? Why don't you go into catering? I said, we did it when I was young. Are you sure I can be doing that now? Then we were in church and they were preaching about using your talent to get whatever you want. I was working. I said, okay. Then I started making food. And we make food and pack it and go to banks. I drop them in different banks. In town here in Abuja. Different banks. I give this bank maybe 20. I just give it to somebody to help me. Whatever they want to eat. I go to another bank. That was what and with fruit also. I just put fruit, package it in a pack. I drop it there. So I will go to my office. I do that before 8, 9. So I will go to my office. Then I'll go and work. Then the money I was getting from this food business, I now looked at it and said, what? And I started with 600 naira. It was a pastor of us, Living Faith Church, that gave me that money. His name I will never forget him, Pastor Chuka. I said, you have talent, start. That was how I started. And I started cooking for any function we have in church. I was the one cooking for the pastors, the Bishop Oyedepo and co. And anytime they eat my food, they say, you have talent. That was how I started cooking. And the pastor gave me money, very small money. You look at it at that time, and I started off. And when I started, the money I was gaining from the food was much more than what I was earning in FCD. Then I decided to resign and really face my food business squarely. So I know how to bake, I know how to make snacks, I know how to make all kinds of food. So that was how I started. It was where I was cooking. I take food to Use Market in front of one of my friend's shop. That one lady came and bought food from me. She works in NNPC. She schooled with my husband anyway. So it was in that process we were talking. She said, I know your husband and this and this. Then she ate the food and said, wow, I will call you one of these days. I didn't know she was working in the welfare department. And she called me. I said, can you cater for 50 people? 3-course meal. I said, yes, I can. Because they had told us in my church, you should be able, whatever you learn how to do it well, diligently well. I said, yes, I can. So I came home. I took some catering books and I read some things. Because I was not used to making 3-course meal. I was used to just plated food, put it in a bag and take to banks. So we sat down and I got the things together and I started. That was how I went into NNPC, and I was catering for them for more than 10-15 years. That is my story. So you must start small. A little drop of water makes mighty ocean. If you go to my house now, I have never bought vegetables for 2-3 years now. I planted bitter leaf, I planted ugu, I planted water leaf, and I have a fish farm. I have a fish farm on my own. I have more than 700 fish inside the fish farm, and I'm trying to create another one. It makes you, when you see those things grow, it makes you happy. So I want to tell our younger generation, think of what you enjoy doing. It's not only white collar job. The government cannot do more than they want to do. Yes, you are talking of basic amenities like light, yes. When we were growing up, we had technical schools where they teach them how to do this furniture. Do you know the furniture from Edo State is the same as the one they make in Italy, and they bring it to Nigeria and they are selling it big money, because when they say it's Italian furniture, people are excited, they want to buy it. There are people, if you establish technical school in Edo State and say, okay, let's teach them technical things, carpentry, for example, you see these people will come up and they become billionaires. That's where I am saying the government should come in and establish such institution. They should bring back the teachers training colleges. The government cannot do it alone. You must wake up from your slumber. You must take your destiny in your hands. You must know that, yes, this is what I enjoy doing, and do it well. And you'll be fulfilled doing this thing. And you will affect lives, other people's lives. And you mentor other people. When you talk about your story, it will affect other people's life. And that's the essence of life. And this is my story. My own story. From my little beginning to this point I am in now is just the grace of God. And God has put me through this time. This is my story.
And that's it on My Story today. For your comments and suggestions, please send a text or WhatsApp message to 0806 004 2843. Thank you for staying tuned.